Let us begin. Lesson 9.1 Independent and Dependent Variables. And turn to page number 491. Page 491. Now, carefully listen to what I'm saying. You can use an equation with two variables to represent a relationship between two quantities. One variable is called the independent variable and the other variable is called dependent variable. So today you are learning the words, the terms independent and dependent variables. The value of the independent variable determines the value of dependent. The one is independent and the other is dependent. Now, Jerry burns 8 calories for every minute she jogs. Identify the independent and dependent variables in this situation. Then write an equation to represent the relationship between the number of minutes Jerry jogs and the total number of calories she burns. Why do you need to use a variable? To know the unknown value. See, first thing you need to understand that where is the unknown value? Where do I put X or where do I put, and how many variables are needed? Two. One is the calories and one is the about the minute. Okay, one is independent, the other is dependent. Let C be the number of calories. Let M be the number of.
This how we will know the dependent and independent.
My dear, listen to me. It's not important that I put here C for calories. You can put anything. I will teach you how you know that this is independent and this is dependent. I will teach you. But at least with the question, you know that 5.8 calorie burns for every minute. Like after every minute, how many burns? In the first minute, 5.8. For 2 minutes, 2 times 5.8. For 3 minutes, 3 times 5.8. Am I correct?
Yeah.
But you know how many minutes? So M will remain
minutes.
Constant. It is independent variable. Means M you can put 1, M you can put 2, M you can put 3, anything. But the calories they have already given you. That only 5.8 can burn for every minute. Right? 5.8 will not change, but every minute will change. 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes. The minutes can change, but 5.8 will not change. Like example, buy a Galaxy chocolate, you know the price is fixed. One chocolate you will get for 4 reals. Okay. So 4 real is fixed, dependent. But chocolates you buy, is it fixed? Do they say only 2 chocolates? No, it's up to you. That is independent. It's your wish. You are independent of buying how many chocolates you want. So try to understand, try to relate stories to yourself, your life, and try to understand this. Here, the calories won't change, C won't change, but it will change. So C is the dependent variable and M is the independent variable. And how do you write? You write C equal 5.8 times M. Calories burned will be 5.8 for 1 minute, that is M. I don't know how many minutes, so that's why I write M. So this is the equation, guys.
Okay, Miss, what's mean M? I didn't understand.
They said M is the minute. M is the minutes.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so we don't know how what minutes are, like how many minutes she's jogging.
Do you know how many minutes she's jogging?
No.
No. It can be 10, it can be 20, it can be 40. That's independent. That is independent. You don't know the exact number. You have to write M as M. Did you get it now?
Yeah, Miss.
But the calories will be 5.8 always. I mean, the burnt calories will be 5.8 times M. This 5.8 you will not be changing it. That's why it is dependent. The total calories is equal, I'll put an equal sign, 5.8 times means time. The number of minutes jogs is M.
So Miss, when it's C, C is going to be dependent, and when it's N, it's going to be independent.
Yes.
Okay, I'm done, Miss.
Others, did you all write? Yes, Leen, Alia, Malak. Did you finish writing? Page
Yes, Miss.
everyone? Can I go to next question, next page?
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on. Lorelei was spending the afternoon. Now be ready, girls. I'll start asking you all questions. Bowling with her friends. Each game she plays costs 3.25. The cost is 3.25. Let's see the cost. And also there is a shoe rental fee of 250 one time. Like you just have to pay $2.50 one time, not always. So the game here, how many games she played? Do you know how many games she played?
No.
No. So the games, how much games she played is independent.
He said each game.
Each
She
game.
plays 3.
But you don't know how many games. So that's why that is independent. And what is dependent? The cost. The cost will not change. C is the cost of the game is dependent and G is independent. What is G they gave you? G is the game. Let's see with that depend on the number of games. C is the dependent, G is the independent, and you write this way. Why did I add plus 2.50? Because they said that you have to pay only one time, you have to pay $2.50 for a shoe rent. And I was teaching algebra, you remember?
Yeah.
See Ghalia here. Lori is spending the afternoon bowling with her friends. Each game she plays costs $3.25. Like imagine you went, let the cost be C, let the cost and the game be G. Game be G. Okay, now you try to play games for $3.25. But I don't know how many games you played. For one game, it is 3.25. Maybe you played 10 games or 11. I don't know. That's why, like, if you play one game, you know it's times one. If you play two games, it is times two. If you play 5 games, it is times 5, right? Because one game is $3.25. So 5 games will be 5 times 3.25. But I don't know. That's why, right? 3.25 multiplied by games because I don't know how many games. Now, why did I plus the shoe rental? Because they say with every game you need to, not with every game, with like how many games you play, you need to pay $250, $2.50. 2 times $50. That is $2.50, I think cents or what do you say. So 2 times $2.50. And this is nothing but this is the cost. That's every game you need to pay 3.25. So I multiplied and then you have to give the shoe rental also. That's the reason this is the equation. This is called the equation. What is this? This is called the equation. Now in this, what is independent? Like if I multiply Agalia, 3.25 to 2, my answer changes. 3.25 to 4, my answer changes. So the game is independent. You can play how much you want. But this number don't change. You have even if you play 10 games, you have to multiply with 3.25. Even if you play 9 games, you have to multiply with 3.25. So here the cost is dependent and games is independent. The cost will change according to the game played. The cost will change according to the game played. Understood?
Yes, Miss.
That's why C is the dependent variable and G is the independent variable. Now they said for game 3 games. If they play 3 games, you'll put instead of G, you'll put 3 and you get this value.
Okay.
Same way with chocolates, dear. If you go and buy chocolates, if one chocolate is 4 reals, you have to pay for 3 chocolates. So 4 times 3, 12. And then you need to pay the extra tax.
Miss, I understand A, but I didn't understand how you got to G. G is independent variable.
They give you the question that he played 3 games. She played 3 games. When 3 games, so 3.25 multiplied by 3.
No, Miss, I didn't understand.
Miss, we
how you
also
got to
write
G.
1.
What do you don't understand?
That's how you write, like how you found G is independent variable.
What is changing, Vateen, here? The number of games are changing. Is the cost of the game changing? Is the cost of the game change? It remains same, 3.25. What change? Number of games. If number of games change, then later the cost might change. Like example, if it is 5 game, the cost will be different. If it is 6 game, the cost will be different. Depending upon the games, the cost will change. Or else for 1 game, the cost remains 3.25. The cost will also remain even in 10 games. It will be, you have to multiply with 3.5. This number is not changing. So that's the reason it is depending on the games. Depending on the games, this will be changing. That's the reason games is dependent, independent, and cost is dependent. All right. Come on, come to share and show. Come on, one by one, you will tell me. Let me start with Malak. Malak,
Yeah.
read this. An online store lets
An online store lets customers have their name painted on any item they buy. The total cost, C in dollars, is the price of them, P in dollars plus $3.99 for the name.
Okay. Now, like example, you went to a shop, online store. Okay. They want you to get your name printed on any item you buy. Maybe you are, the any item you buy is like it's your wish to buy any item. Maybe the item, maybe like I said, let the item be M. Any item, you can buy a cup, you can buy a bracelet, you can buy anything. So the item here is independent because you can buy any item. Okay, now you have to, the total cost, C dollars, is the price of the item. So price of the item, do you know the price of the item, girls? No, it could be any price because it could be any item. Again, you can buy any item. So the price may vary. Maybe imagine Vateen is buying, you went to the trip. Vateen is buying a cup. She wants her name to be written on the cup. Ghalia is buying a t-shirt. Malak is buying maybe something else, a necklace. So all the 3 are different price. Am I correct? So the P item is independent because it's up to your wish to buy whatever item you want and with different price. The cup will be cheaper, the bracelet will be more expensive. So it depends. So that's why it's independent value. Plus 3.99 for name. This is not changing. Whatever you buy, you have to write like example. The cost is, see how I do it. The cost is any item P, you need to multiply with 3.99. Why? Because you don't know the price of the item. So this is the independent, and this is the dependent. Did you get it?
Yeah.
I tried to explain as much I could. Ghalia, did you understand?
Yes, Miss.
Alak, Dean, C. The total cost depend on the price of the item. Dependent variable is C. Independent is P. Because P, I don't know the price of the item. Whatever price you can buy. So C equals P plus 3.99. This is your right. Done?
Yeah.
And
Now, a raft traveled down river at a rate of 6 miles per hour. How much it is? 6 miles. He traveled 6 miles in 1 hour. The total distance in miles that raft travels, I don't know how many miles he drove, equal to the rate times the number of hours. Okay, so 6 miles, D equals is equal, the total distance D is equal, I wrote equals a rate times the number of hours. So rate is R and number of hours is H. But what was the rate? 6 miles, so 6H. Of course, H is changing. Hours is changing. I don't know how many hours they want travel. So H is the independent variable and the distance is the dependent variable. Again, I'm going to show you. A raft travels down the river. Dependent is distance. Independence is H. And equation is distance equals 6H. How do you get this? With this, read this, the total distance D, I wrote D, is equal, I wrote equal to the rate. How much was the rate? 6 miles. So 6 per hour means H, 6H. May I go to next question? Finished? Done, girls? Hello?
Yes,
Yeah,
Miss.
I was
Huh.
talking and the
Okay.
mic was.
Now, apples are on sale for $1.99 a pound. You went to a market to buy apples, okay? And the cost, you don't know. You don't know that how many pounds you will buy, but you know that 1 pound is 1.99. So how many pounds, whatever it is, you have to multiply with 1 point. The pound is independent and the cost is dependent. Very simple. The pounds, you don't know how many you will buy. So you have to multiply each pound with 1.99. The pound is independent and the cost is dependent. And the equation is C equals 1.99p. Done?
Yeah, Miss.
Yes.
Come on. On your own. Come on, I'm going to Girls, do question number.
Miss, I'm going to the bathroom, okay?
Okay, Ghalia. Malak, come on, do question number 4. On your own, you have to do it on your own.
Okay.
Do the 4th one. Loudly say and do it now.
Okay. Scene can make 8 paper birds in an hour. The total number of the birds B is equal to the number of the birds he makes
Okay.
per hour times
The number of
the
hours.
number of
Okay,
hours.
first see, yeah, Malak. The total number of birds B, I wrote B here, is equal, I wrote equal sign to the number of birds he make per hours. Okay. The times, I don't know how many number of birds he make per hour. Okay, I'll write BH. So the total number of birds is equals to birds he make in 1 hour times, of course, H. So can you tell me which is dependent and which is independent? Birds are dependent or independent? 8 birds in 1 hour. 8 birds in 1 hour. So you don't know how many hours are there. So independent is hours and dependent is birds. And 8 paper birds. So it is B equals 8H. Billy has $25. His father is going to give him more money. The amount Billy will have is equal to the amount of M his father gives him plus 25, which he already has. So 25 plus M, of course. But I don't know how much he gives. Do you know his father how much he will give? No. So M is independent. The total is T, that is dependent. And T equal M, I don't know how much his father will give, and he has already 25. After that, please write this. Books cost $12 each. Write this, and 7th, don't do it.
Miss, we also write the sentence.
Yes. Done.
Yeah, Miss. I'm done.
No.
Finished, everyone?
No, Miss.
Come on here. A steel cable that is half-inch in diameter weighs 0.42 pounds per foot. Every foot. We don't know how many foots are there. So F is the independent and the dependent is the weight. And the weight is 0.42 per foot. So 0.42 multiplied by F. Very simple, guys. If you really want to understand, You don't know per foot. He told clearly 0.42 pound is given. So the pound cannot be independent. It has to be dependent. So independent is per foot because they did not give you how many foot are there. So W equal to 0.42 F. Done? Finished, girls? Girls, hello? Hello?
Yeah, Miss, we are done.
Okay.
Yeah, Miss, I'm done.